We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at The Fog, Issue 1. This is from Sumerian and it's a 4-part miniseries. Story by Steve Ekstrom, art by Marco Fodera, colors by Emilio, Lecce. I have the Christian Rosado cover. That's a pretty good cover, I like it. Cover A. So this book was put out by Sumerian in association with Massive, and it takes place in the modern day, so it's been several decades since the movie The Fog. Now, the survivors are largely older, mostly middle-aged or above, and we kind of catch up with them as these podcasters are traveling to the region of Antonio Bay. Now, the podcasters seem to focus on the supernatural, so it's a logical place to go. Plus, one of them has family that's from there. So some odd things are happening. Stevie's phone gets a little weird and looks like there's a face with glowing eyes on it, and then the phone breaks. And we meet Bennett, who looks suspiciously like John Carpenter, and several other cast members from the original movie. Now, we do get a flashback as to what happened in the movie, and it's just a sequence that gets kind of replayed in somebody's mind. They go out to the church and poke around, but the journal of the priest is missing, and it looks like somebody scanned some old journal entries from somebody else named Samantha Loomis, who had a journal from the 1880s about a boy that wandered into town. Because it turns out the lepers weren't the first fog incident. There was another one with this boy that wandered into town who was like 3 or 4. So something other than just the leper boat may have been at play in the supernatural aspects of this town. While this is not an action book in any respect, this is all first act buildup. It was very well written. It was interesting. It's a pretty good idea for a sequel so far, and it really adds to the mythology of the bay. So it's not just the leper boat that might be causing supernatural problems, but there's also this mystery of John Machen, I think it's pronounced. And at the very end, you get these journal entries, which generally I hate prose in comic books. If I wanted to read a book, I'd read a book. But these really do add a lot of plot elements and world building to it. So this is a 4-part miniseries, and this is all Act 1. You are getting to know the characters, establishing what happened before, giving you a real thin plot outline of what happened in the movie, which you should probably watch the John Carpenter movie, or this book won't make a whole lot of sense to begin with. But so far, it is pretty solid. I am actually pretty impressed with it, and I'm looking forward to reading issue 2. The art's not bad, but it's definitely not going to appeal to everyone. But so far, I didn't have a problem with it. I thought everybody looked pretty good, and you can tell who's who, and that really does make kind of a difference these days. So decent art with a solid story so far, but not a lot of action, just build up. So I'm sure the action will come later as the more supernatural horror elements present themselves, but I will be there to pick up issue 2 when it does come out. So pretty solid recommendation, just slow build up of horror and not a slasher book. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods, and as always, we hope to see you on the next one.